According to most car makers' calendars, it's about to be 1975, and all the 75s will have shocking new prices. But at Datsun, it's still good old 1974. The new Datsuns always come out a couple of months later than most other new cars, which means you can still get a Datsun 710 at good old 74 prices. The 1974 Datsun 710 hardtops, 4-door sedans, 2-door sedans, and 5-door wagons are all brand new and factory fresh. They all come with a long list of extras at no extra cost. Things like reclining bucket seats, power assist front disc brakes, tinted glass, electric rear window defogger, and lots more. With inflation the way it is, why buy a new car at 75 prices when you can buy a new Datsun at 74 prices? But hurry, even Datsun will have to announce 1975 sooner or later. Happy New Year!
Did I ever have one of those days with too much to do and too little time? Yeah, last Wednesday, my cook doesn't show up. 30 customers do, together. 6 BLTs, hold the mayo. Guy spills his malted into the toaster. Hamburgers, heartburn, bacon goes up in smoke, now a headache, and I needed 2 Alka-Seltzers.
When you have upset stomach with headache or body aches and pains, Alka-Seltzer has antacids and specially buffered aspirin for quick relief. Use only as directed.
WVBF. Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I got in town a month ago. I've seen a lot of girls since then. If I can meet them, I can get them, but as yet I haven't met them. That's how I'm in the state I'm in. Oh, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Another fella told me he had a sister who looked just fine. Instead of being my deliverance, she had a strange resemblance to a cat named Frankenstein. Ooh la, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. It's hard on a fella when he don't know his way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my money, I'm gonna have to blow this town. Oh no, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I'm in an awful way. He's in an awful way. I'm in an awful. I'm in an awful way. He's in an awful way.
A committee of English teachers and professionals in Amherst, Massachusetts, has gotten together in an effort to stamp out double speak. Professor Walker Gibson of UMass, the English department, explains that double speak is what this committee defines as the art of public lying by public officials and others. Professor Walker Gibson of UMass, he is the past president of the National Council of Teachers of English, and one of his major projects was getting together this group to ban double speak. And we'll chat with Professor Gibson in just a minute. Good morning, New England. This is Mark Davis from WVBF.
Attention, Mr. and Mrs. North American, all ships at sea. Ida motorcycle, Yamaha Enduro, 175cc street or trail. Regularly $904, now just $799. Save up to $200 right now at Boston Cycles, 121 right now in New Alston. That is all.
Professor Gibson, can you explain to me about this committee and what is doublespeak?
Well, 2-3 years ago, the National Council of Teachers of English, which is a large national organization of English teachers from kindergarten right through graduate school, passed a resolution at one of its annual conventions calling attention to, on the part of English teachers and their students, to the rising power of language in misleading people in the public domain, not only in advertising, but especially at that time in the public pronouncements that were coming out from the Pentagon and the government on the Vietnam War and other matters. Of course, we little knew, I think, what a hot potato we had hold of, because since that time, of course, we've seen Watergate and the transcripts and all kinds of other things, so that the committee that we organized to try to put some materials into the hands of teachers that would alert students to what you might call generally public lying. This committee has had a tremendous a response from the press and radio and TV. Our next problem really is to be worthy of our press, I guess, and I'm hoping that we are in fact going to make teachers around the country, at least some of them, and perhaps the public as well, just a little more critical and sophisticated in the way we look at the language that comes out of powerful places.
Well, now this double-speak that you talk about, now you say it's actually public lying. Where would you say it started, or what is the most significant case where it started?
My favorite example of an early instance of it happened just after the Second World War, when the War Department changed its name to the Department of Defense. That was a wonderful example of what we call euphemism. The choice of a name which will serve to make people think that things are really calmer, quieter, and more pleasant than in fact the circumstances warrant. Of course, the minute the War Department changed its name to the Department of Defense, we started waging undeclared wars all over the world. And the word defense was a peculiarly inappropriate expression for our activity. It served, I suppose, to allay people's anxieties, or at least that was the intention, about what in fact was really happening. Now, since then, of course, we've seen astonishing names given to activities that turn out to be damaging and even murderous. You take a word like defoliation. It sounds kind of abstract, and it's got that nice Latin-sounding long name to it. But in fact, it turns out we may have ruined the livelihoods of millions of people for 100 years.
So, Professor Gibson, could you bring us up to date, or what are some of the more recent instances of this double-speak that you talk about?
Well, I suppose that one of the most notorious recent examples is our friend Ziegler. When Mr. Nixon makes a statement that turns out to be just plain false, and then what was Ziegler's statement? You recall.
That it was inoperative?
That it was inoperative. And you have an example of a euphemism that was so obvious to everybody, and it was greeted with such outrageous laughter, that I suppose even Ziegler wouldn't dare use that particular expression again.
Well, tell me, Professor Gibson, now, of course, you're a language expert, an English expert. You're not a lawyer, but has your group thought about checking into the possibility that maybe this deception by the government has been illegal all these years?
Well, I don't know how you'd prove that in a court of law. Maybe so.
Well, like where you say in wartime, when something is obviously a bombing raid, and the Defense Department calls it a protective reaction maneuver.
Right. Or else they call it air support or something like that. You get into wonderful tangles with that, and I've had some furious letters from military people who feel that we're bringing down the country in shambles. Now, I take it that from the Air Force's point of view, there really is a difference between a bombing raid and an air support.
Well, the bombing bombing raid happened in 1942. Protective reaction maneuvers happened in 62.
But when you're underneath them, you know, it looks about the same as it comes down on you.
I would say.
And I think from the public's point of view, it's important to realize that some of these names are cover-ups for some pretty sinister activity.
You think this is all just par for the course in today's public relations game?
Well, I suppose so, and I have no illusions that English teachers are going to reform the world. But I do think that young people in particular are very turned off on the entire official voice, and one of the reasons is just this misuse of language.
Professor Walker Gibson of the English Department of UMass Amherst. He is the past president of the National Council of Teachers of English, and he is the man who has founded a committee of English teachers and other professionals that's banding together in an effort to stamp out doublespeak or public lying. Good morning, New England. This is Mark Davis from WVBF Stereo 105.
Ho hum.
WVBF. Been 40 days since I don't know when I just saw her with my best friend. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I just saw her yesterday. I just saw her, ask her to stay. Do you know what I mean? Lord, do you know what I mean? Her and Bobby were stepping out. Her and Bobby didn't know how to find out. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So I asked her if she still cared. She didn't hear me. She just said, do you know what I mean? Lord, do you know what I mean? And then she said, Lee, you haven't loved me in nearly 4 years. You haven't noticed that I held back my tears. And now you have, but it's really too late. Better find yourself another girl. Better find another girl. Better find her another place. Ooh. She just left me yesterday. She just left me. Had nothing to say. Do you know what I mean? Oh, do you know what I mean? She's a dandy, yes indeed. She's a dandy, but now she's free. Do you know what I mean? Lord, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Been 40 days since I don't know when I just saw her with my best friend. Do you know what I mean? Lord, do you know what I mean? I just saw her yesterday. I just saw her learn how to stay. Do you know what I mean? Oh, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know. Woo! Help me.
You know, I was in Sears the other day buying a new jacket for school, and I happened to pass through the record department, you know? And man, did I stumble on something. Really dynamite prices on some great new albums and 8-tracks, like Journey to the Center of the Earth by Rick Wakeman, Pussycats by Nilsson, and Neil Young's On the Beach.
Walk on, walk on.
New albums by Stevie Wonder, The Righteous Brothers, Steppenwolf, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, plus Crash Craddock's new one.
And rub it in, rub it in. Rub it in, rub it in.
Then there was The Entertainer by Marvin Hamlish. You know, the music from The Sting. And they had the new live double record set by Bob Dylan and the band. So I wound up buying 11 new jackets at Sears. One that you wear and 10 with records inside.
Long-playing albums priced $366, $466, and $766. 8-track tapes, $466, $566, $1066 at Sears.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason for the silence on this station is because they don't have their technical act together. I'm awfully sorry.
Who am I? I'm just a guy who only wants to try to do what's right and never make you cry. But you're no good to me, and who do you think you are? You try to push me a bit too far, and every day sees another star. So tell me, who do you think you are? You want me there, you gotta care. Who do you think you are, taking advantage of me this way? Who do you think you are, hurting me more with the things you say? It's not fair, you don't care. Who do you really think that you are? Where are we? We're at the crossroads and I just can't see which road to take to keep you here with me. The lights are changing, baby. Who do you think you are? You try to push me a bit too far, and every day sees another scar. So tell me, who do you think you are? You want me there, you gotta care. Who do you think you are, taking advantage of me this way? Who do you think you are, hurting me more with the things you say? It's not fair, you don't care. Who do you really think that you are? Who am I? I'm just a guy who only wants to try to do what's right and never make you cry. But you're no good to me, and who do you think you are? You try to push me a bit too far, and every day sees another scar. So tell me, who do you think you are? Oh baby, who do you think you
He talks. WVBF, and who do you think you are? Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods. That's undoubtedly one of my favorite songs. 924 on Austin in Boston.
Star 24, the sun never sets. Star 24, the sun never sets. Star 24, underscore 24.
The Midnight Sun still shines for you. The Store 24 is the Midnight Sun, a total convenience food store. That's open 24 hours a day, every day, complete with sterling and turquoise jewelry, fresh pastries, posters, blacklights, pipes, papers, imports, albums, t-shirts, candles, incense, games, and 1,000 more items. Next time you're burning the midnight oil, let the Store 24 help you make it through the night. Shop around the clock at any Store 24 where the sun never sets. By the dawn's early light at the Store 24. Open 24 hours every day in Boston at Huntington Avenue near Symphony Hall, Boylston Street, Lewis Wharf, and throughout Massachusetts.
There is one sports car that will always dominate the imagination of driving enthusiasts. The Porsche 911. Powered by a 2.7-liter engine, this handcrafted automobile combines unique Porsche handling and performance with 1974 economy. Like 24 miles per gallon based on tough German industry standards, and a cruising range of 500 miles. The Porsche 911. There is no substitute.
Annis Morrow, Porsche Audi, Route 9 Natick, where Porsches are in stock now and ready for delivery.
WVBF.
WVBF Boston. It's 9:30 with Chuck Williams.
Hey, some people are made of plastic. And you know some people are made of wood. Some people have hearts of stone. Some people are up to no good. But baby, I'm for real. I'm as real
Williams. Don't panic. 9:32 for the Guess Who.
Clap for the Wolfman. He gon' reach your record high. Clap for the Wolfman. You gon' dig in till the day you die. Two run and the two cover, they were friends of mine. I was on my moonlight drive. Snuggled in, so baby, just one kiss. She said no, no, no. So I was left out in the cold. I said, you're what I've been dreaming of. She said, I don't want to know.
Oh, you know, she was digging the cat on the radio.
Clap for the Wolfman. He gon' reach your record high.
Yes, baby, I'm your doctor of love.
Clap for the Wolfman. You gon' dig in till the day you die.
Everybody talk about the Wolfman's pompous of love.
75 or 80 miles an hour. She hums slow, slow, slow. Baby, I can stop right on a dime. I said, hey, baby, give me just one kiss. She said, no, no, no. But how was I to bide my time? I said, hey, babe, you want to coo-coo-coo? She said, said, I'm about to overload. I said, you're what I've been living for. She said, I don't want to know.
Oh, you thought she was digging you, but she was digging me.
Clap for the Wolfman. He gon' reach your record high.
As long as you got the curves, baby, I got the angles.
Clap for the Wolfman. You gon' dig in till the day you die.
It's all according to how your boogaloo situation stands, you understand?
Clap for the Wolfman. He gon' reach your record high.
You ain't gonna get him, cause I got him.
Clap for the Wolfman. You gon' dig in till the day you die.
You might wanna try, but I ain't gonna keep him.
Clap
Ain't
for
that
the
right, girl?
Wolfman. Clap for the Wolfman. Clap for the
And I got him
Wolfman.
all.
Clap for the Wolfman.
Yes, you go right on ahead and
Clap for the
try.
Wolfman. Clap for
WVBF, Clap for the Wolfman, the Guess Who. It's 9:35 with Austin and Boston.
Roundhouse, one of Cape Cod's biggest summer attractions, at the Boston Club, 969 Commonwealth Avenue, starting Wednesday, September 18th, for a limited 2-week engagement.
Can you see the faces, hear their names?
See what turned on Cape Cod this summer.
Open past their elusive grace.
Roundhouse, one of Cape Cod's biggest summer attractions, at the Boston Club, 969 Commonwealth Avenue, starting Wednesday, September 18th, for a limited 2-week engagement. Roundhouse. You won't want to miss one of the Boston area's best and most popular bands. Roundhouse at the Boston Club, starting Wednesday, September 18th, for a limited time only. Roundhouse.
There is one sports car that will always dominate the imagination of driving enthusiasts. The Porsche 911. Powered by a 2.7-liter engine, this handcrafted automobile combines unique Porsche handling and performance with 1974 economy. Like 24 miles per gallon based on tough German industry standards, and a cruising range of 500 miles. The Porsche 911. There is no substitute.
Annis Morrow, Porsche Audi, Route 9 Natick, where Porsches are in stock now and ready for delivery.
WVBF, 9:37, and I know it's only rock and roll, and I hate it.
Yeah, if I could stick my hand in my heart, I'd spill it all over the stage. Would it satisfy you? Would it satisfy you? Would you think
I like it. 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 Only rock and roll, but 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 I like it. Only rock and roll,
WVBF. It's only rock and roll, and I hate it. But I sure love sports. I like baseball and football and tennis and track and hockey and golf and swimming and Bob Bruce.
All right, those are the outdoor sports.
Bob,
okay.
You want to emphasize on the indoor sports?
Okay, in the outdoor sports world, the last night of the American League East, the Yankees have moved into a tie with Baltimore by sweeping a doubleheader with the Cleveland Indians. And lo and behold, Baltimore beat the Sox last night. And the Red Sox are 4 games off the pace as they were down at Fenway by a score of 2-1. Home run by Boog Powell won it for the Orioles. Over in the National League, another tight race, this in the Eastern Division. Both St. Louis and Pittsburgh won. That left the Cards still in first place by a half game. Red Sox third baseman Rico Petrocelli is out for the season because of inner ear damage suffered when struck by a pitch last weekend. Terry Hughes will play third in his place. Key college football games on tap today in New England include Brown at Holy Cross, BU at New Hampshire. Vermont will be traveling to Connecticut. UMass will be at the University of Maine up in Orono, and Northeastern at the University of Rhode Island. The Patriots will be seeking their second victory in a row in the Young National Football League season tomorrow when they meet the New York Giants in the Yale Bowl in New Haven. Pats are going to win that one. Rookies and free agents continue to receive close attention at the training camp of the Celtics at the Mass Maritime Academy in Buzzards Bay. Upton Bell now says it'll be Monday at the earliest before he announces whether he'll be able to buy the Detroit Wheels of the World Football League. If Upton purchases that team, the Wheels will move to Charlotte, North Carolina. A Charlotte newspaper, The Observer, says a new element has entered the picture in the form of a bid from investors in Louisville, Kentucky, to buy the team. Bell is the former general manager of the Patriots and son of the late Bert Bell, former commissioner of the National Football League. A Texas court judge is expected to rule Monday on whether the Houston Texans will play their next scheduled World Football League game against the Memphis Southmen in Houston or in Shreveport, Louisiana. The Texans already have announced they are moving to Shreveport, and they had planned to play the Southmen in Shreveport's 48,000-seat stadium on Wednesday night. However, a state district judge granted a temporary restraining order requested by a meat products firm that has blocked the move to Shreveport. That firm had asked for the restraining order.
Bob, that's Shreveport. I know no one has ever heard of Shreveport, but it's Shreveport, believe me.
Shreveport.
I know it's spelled with a V, but down there they say Shreveport because they're crazy.
They're crazy.
Yeah, now the proper pronunciation is Shreveport, but down there they're crazy and they say Shreveport. It's like people out west say Worcester instead of Worcester.
Yeah, or Worcester.
Worcester.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. Honestly, I haven't done anything on the show this morning, so I figured this would be
you had to throw it in.
My quick flash of personality.
All right. The move to Shreveport. That firm had asked.
That's it.
Right on. The firm had asked for the restraining order, contending that moving the game to Louisiana would damage ticket promotion it had sponsored in the Houston area. And the Bruins played their first exhibition game of the year last night in Spectrum in Philly, and they played the Flyers to a 2-2 standoff. They'll be in Montreal tonight. And also, in tennis, teenager Martina Navratilova, that's how they pronounce it over there, moves into fast company today in the semifinal round of women's tennis at Orlando, Florida. The 17-year-old from Czechoslovakia, was that how they say that over there? Pulled off a stunning upset yesterday over second-seeded Rosemary Casals. And she joins top-seed Billie Jean King, third-seeded Françoise Dürr, and fourth-seeded Judy Heldman in the semifinals. In today's action, Miss King takes on Miss Heldman, Miss Navratilova plays against Miss Dürr, and the championship round will play tomorrow. I'm going to ask questions, so pay attention. And third-seeded Arthur Ashe survived some serving problems last night. He beat Jaime Fillo of Chile in the third round of the Pacific Southwest Open Tennis Tournament. The score there was 6-2 and 6-4. That is sports, and I'm Bob Bruce from WVBF.
And Bob will be at Fenway Park tomorrow afternoon. Be phoning in reports on that game against the Baltimore Orioles.
I've had my share of life's ups and downs, but fate's been kind. The downs have been few. I guess you could say that I've been lucky. I guess you could say that it's all because of you. If anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason there might be, ooh, you'll be there between each line of pain and glory, 'cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. There have been times when times were hard, but always somehow I made it through. 'Cause for every moment that I've spent hurting, there was a moment that I've spent just loving you. If anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason there might be, you'll be there between each line of pain and glory, 'cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I know you're the best thing that ever happened to
WVBF. 9:50 and at 10 o'clock it's Big John. That's just a preview of the excitement that you'll receive in 10 minutes on No Jive 105.
justified when I was 5, raising Cain, I spit in your eye. Times are changing now, the war gets fast, but the fever's gonna catch you when the bitch bitch gets back. 8 feet on a Friday, that's alright. I even like steak on a Saturday night. The bitch, the best, it's a social abuse. I get high in the evening, sniffing pots of blue. I'm a bitch, oh the bitch is back. Stone cold sober, as a matter of fact. I can bitch, got the better than you. It's the way that I move, the thing that I do. Entertained by picking brains, sell my soul by dropping names. I don't like those, my God, what's that? Oh, it's fun, the nasty happens when the bitch gets back. I'm a bitch, oh the bitch is back. Stone cold sober, as a matter of fact. I can bitch, got the better than you. It's the way that I move, the thing that I do. I'm a bitch, oh the bitch is back. Stone cold sober, as a matter of fact. I can bitch, got the better than you. It's the way that I move, the thing that I do.
WVBF 953. Ooh la wee. I sure gotta know. This ain't no Cheech and Chong album, man. No, yeah? No. Hello? What?
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. They really brought him down because he could not jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next year the cap went out and drafted the band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A root, a toot, a tootly attitude. He blows 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. When he played boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a busy bee. When he played, he made the company jump 8 to the bar. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Da tootly doot doot, he blows 8 to the bar. Can't blow an order for bass and guitars with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. The boys will sleep with boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early fright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet, 'cause they know how he goes when someone gets the beat. Whoa, whoa, he wakes it up when he plays reveille. The boogie woogie bugle boy has got to be a root, a toot, he blows 8 to the bar. Can't blow an order
that's all the time I have for you today. WVBF, where Big John is next. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Crying.
Goodbye. Bye.
Good God.
Bye.
And I was lonely. And the band was playing some old love song. Someone had hurt her, and someone had left me, and we both needed something to hold on to. Who knows tomorrow? It all might end, but tonight I love my friend. I love my friend, and we'll make it, maybe, just maybe. And even though we're gonna share a night in each other's arms, I'll treat her like a lady, and I'll call her baby. 'Cause I love my friend, and we'll make it, maybe, just maybe. Tomorrow when we start another day, and we've been all the way, I'll still treat her like a lady, still call her baby. 'Cause I love my friend, and we'll make it, maybe.
Birmingham, Boston.
It doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm with you, that's all that matters. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. I wish I could sing it to you.
Experts in making sure you get the system that's right for you. Tech Hi-Fi, Hi-Fi experts.
Harden, TIAC, Cambridge Audio, PE, Tanford, Metratech, AKG.
The Tech Hi-Fi, by the way, in Dedham is having a super sale today only, with such brands as Rectilinear, Pioneer, Dual, TIAC, and Sony. The Tech Hi-Fi, Route 1 in Dedham, today only.
If you've been going around in circles trying to get the best records at the best prices, you can straighten out right now and head on over to the Harvard Coop, because this week they're having a 40% off list price sale on all Columbia, Warner, Elektra, Atlantic, and RCA releases.
Sitting at a fancy table in the Ritzy restaurant.
That means this is the week to pick up records like the one we're listening to now, Jesse Winchester's new Learn to Love It album on Bearsville Records, or Dwayne Allman's Anthology No. 2 from Capricorn. It's 40% off list price too on Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young's greatest hits album called So Far on Atlantic Records. And from Columbia, it's Herbie Hancock's new Trust album, the Mahavishnu Orchestra's Apocalypse, and Ladies Love Outlaws, the latest from Tom Rush. But that's not all, because it's the entire catalog of all Warner, Elektra, Atlantic, Columbia, and RCA records, all selling at 40% off list this week. So do yourself a favor, buy your records at the Coop in Harvard Square, the Tech Coop at the MIT Student Center, and the Medical Center Coop in Boston.
Today's going to be a perfect day to spend inside if the prospect of being surrounded by those same four walls is getting you down. Don't worry, the Music Expo will get your dancing shoes down this week. this weekend, namely today and tomorrow, the Boston Flea Market, presenting Music Makers Expo 74 at the Heinz Auditorium. Music Makers Expo 74 happens today and tomorrow, as I mentioned. It features over 100 exhibits related to the music industry. You'll see hi-fi equipment, recording company exhibits, radio station booths, and lots of live music. Music Makers Expo 74, a music lover's dream. If you want to know how to play a dulcimer or mend a guitar, Expo 74 will show you how. Or if you'd like to hear just good solid music, there will be a variety of groups playing, entertaining, all kinds of different kinds of music throughout the weekend.
Environment, as well as improved insurance, disability, and pension provisions for the long-term period.
Says Braniff pilots now earn about $5,000 a year less than other airline pilots.
So the Palestinian guerrilla groups have the undisguised aim of exterminating the state of Israel and not reaching a peace solution with it. The Prime Minister was adamant in saying that he did not see the possibility of having the PLO as a party to any Arab-Israeli talks. Bruno Wasserteil for CBS News in Tel Aviv.
In Britain today, with the parliamentary elections less than 3 weeks off, the first sounds of electioneering. Bob Dyke reports from London.
Official estimates of damage caused by Hurricane Fifi put the number of victims in Honduras at between 7,000 and 8,000 persons. The Honduran National Emergency Committee says thousands of bodies were seen floating on receding floodwaters in northern Honduras. However, U.S. Ambassador to Honduras, Philip Sanchez, says he's skeptical of the estimates. Sanchez told a U.S. broadcast network that the number who died should be counted in the hundreds.
Your record high. You ain't gonna get 'em 'cause I got 'em. Clap for the wolfman, you gon' dig him till the day you die. You might wanna try, but I gon' keep 'em. Clap for the wolfman. Clap for the wolfman. Clap for the wolfman. Clap for the wolfman. Yes, you go right on ahead and try.
Give your hand to a friend.
A laughing time. I've sung a lot of songs, I've made some bad rhymes.